Give a little while for folks to tune in. This is kind of important. Uh, Democrats are a conniving, scheming group of people. They always have been. And so we're going to talk about what they're doing lately. It's always subtle. It's always subtle. And we get all of our source information from outside sources and not with our own eyes. Too much going on in the world for us to look at everything every day. So we listen and we depend on people to bring us the truth. And we're told who to honor. We're told who to love. We're told who to respect, who to follow, who to believe, and who not to believe. We're told that, and it will cause us to lose our sanity if we continue to get played all the time. So I'm gonna give a little bit of time for people to come on. I'm down here in Florida, the free state of Florida, and I'm enjoying my life. Uh, but man, if you got eyes to see it, ears to hear it, there are strange things, insane things going, mentally ill things going on. Starting with the virus hoax. I'm 72 years old. That's a lot of years. And I don't ever remember a virus requiring 3 shots and 2 boosters. I've never seen a virus that required the, the unsick, the healthy to quarantine. When have you ever seen in the history of mankind the healthy quarantine? So you see these things and you know why. Humans are made to be herd animals together with each other. And when we're not, our immune system goes down. It gets weaker because we don't have each other to deal with. We don't have the luxury of having all these people around us bounce off our germs with each other, getting healthier. And that's why when you see the quarantine lifted in your community, guarantee you're gonna have an increase in infections because you're sitting at home with your family and your immune system doesn't have anything to fight and it becomes weaker. And as soon as you go outside again with the crowd, there's a raise in COVID. We got to go back to the mask. Got to go back. That's what they're doing. Don't we understand that? We've been living on this planet a long time. So this is what I mean by hypnosis. They're hypnotizing us with words and with authority. Well, believe the science. Why? Why believe the science? They've been wrong in everything they've ever said. The first time, the second time, the third time. I mean, every drug recalled by the federal government, FDA, every drug recalled has been approved at one time by the FDA. Trust the science? No. Be cynical, skeptical of the science. But they get the little white robes on and then your political leaders, which should be your political employees, but they're your leaders now. They tell you what to think, what to do. So today in the news, very interesting. Today, I saw a news report on gas prices. It hit a record high yesterday, $4.37 a gallon. It cost me over $20, almost $20 to fill up my 5-gallon gas can to cut my grass. It cost me $20 to do that. It cost me another $5 to go and get the gas. That's from the store, from the gas station. Um, but to understand that the high price of gas, at the same time, they're saying there's a shortage of baby milk, baby formula. Mothers, you have a factory to make the baby milk for you. And you ladies need to get together, organize. You pregnant women who can breastfeed, you can save your milk and feed each other. We don't need this garbage you put in your babies anyway. Trust the science on that. But get back to this idea of the gas price. I was watching the news today, and they ended the news to talk about the gas prices and going up, and they ended the news by saying gas has gone up 25% since Russia invaded Ukraine. That was a tag. So I thought I'd come up today and just kind of give you some impressions of Mason Weaver on this idea. Because see, I like someone to tell me what's the connection with Ukraine, Russia, and the gas prices in America? What's the connection? Why is it that the Russian invasion of Ukraine would increase the gas prices for me here in Florida. What do they say? Well, Mason, oil is a worldwide commodity. If there's a shortage one place, it affects the supply somewhere else, and supply and demand creates the prices, and therefore the Russian invasion cut off supplies because Russia is a major contributor to oil in Europe and natural gas in Europe, and so we can't have the boycott now. It's hurting us. It all started, Mason, with the Russian invasion, not the election of miselection or fake election of Joe Biden. It is something that we have to consider because of the war going on, Mason. So my question is, we have more oil than Russia. We can supply the world with oil right now. So why is the Russian invasion of Ukraine affecting the oil prices in Florida or New York or LA or anywhere else in America? Because when Lion Biden came in office, he shut down our oil fields. So there is a short in supply, and that's when it started. They're saying that the gas prices at 437 now is because of man. When Biden took office, gas was $2.46 the day he got inaugurated. Way before Russia invaded, a month or so ago, way before that. The price of gas is because of the price of having an illegal, illegitimate president in the White House who hates America. It's a drug cartel. It's a child abuse cartel. The White House right now is only a business for gangsters. And they're going to make us suffer, pouring billions into the drug industry, paying back Democrats in election campaigns, pouring billions into the COVID onslaught of America, closing down billions of dollars of industry and jobs over this fake COVID nonsense that we're all getting tired of now. And now you have the government controlling the price of food. They're allowing foreigners to buy up the food. They're allowing the food plants to be burned. So you have either a shortage of food or a perception of shortage of food. It doesn't really matter which one it is, folks. It doesn't matter if you believe there's a shortage or there is a shortage. It's going to have the same results. We're going to go and buy the food in the stores, and there's going to be a shortage next week. Now we got a shortage of baby formula. Democrats are always governing out of fear. They never govern out of good times and good news. They govern out of fear. They always fear of each other, fear of the job, fear of the Russians, fear of the ghosts, fear of the UFOs, everything, the fear for them. So gas is $4.37 in America right now. It's a little cheaper out here in Florida, but it was $2.46. It was $2.46 a day. Biden came in office. He shut down the Keystone pipelines. He put 20,000 oil workers out of business. If you want to end this oil prices, global oil prices worldwide, you do one simple thing. You let America get back to being Americans. Let America get back to leading the world. You let us create the competition. You open up Keystone. You open up Alaska. You open up the oil drills off the coast of California and off the coast in the Gulf of Mexico. You open up those oil fields and you pump out oil. You pump it out. And you flood the market with it. And the price will go down. The Saudis won't get any money. We will. Right now, we got a problem in China over supplies of everything that we have because we went to China under Nixon and the ping pong diplomacy and opened up China, hoping to convert them to capitalism by letting them use the slave labor to make our products for us. And now they're making us slaves because the communist government is rich and they're stringing us with supply chain problems. You want to do something really great for America, folks? First, trade within our hemisphere. Barbados, my goodness, 96% illiterate rate, highly educated, speaking English, highly developed civilization. Trade with them, make them the new China. Make the Caribbean islands the new China. Make, Haiti. Make Haiti the new China. These are hardworking people. I've been to Haiti 4 times. I have not seen a beggar yet in Haiti. I have not seen a beggar yet. Now you have to pay to get your luggage from the plane to the terminal, and then pay again to get your luggage from the terminal to the curb. You got to pay again to get the luggage into the cab. but a quarter, maybe a few years, maybe $1 now. Let those hardworking people create the supply chain that we need right in our hemisphere. But no, you're going to deal with China and every communist nation you can, because you want Americans to be dependent on you, the government. So if you believe the garbage, folks, at $2.46 a gallon, if right now it's at $4.37, it started at $2.46, and it got to $4.37 now. If it gets to $4.92, the gas would have doubled under Biden. That's your president. He's not mine. He's anti-American. His whole staff is anti-American. They're the party of dependency. They're the party of violence. They're the party of cruelty. They're the party of dependency. They always have been. So I was talking to a young lady yesterday, a businesswoman, very intelligent. She's not a Democrat or Republican. These people who are independent. I'm an independent voter, Mason. I never vote for a straight party line. I never do. And I asked her, you're independent. Can you please tell me one of your strong independent views? What is a policy that independents support so much? What is it that you really, really hope to achieve? Of course, she could not come up with one. Because there are no independent thinkers out here. There are no independent voices. There are no independent points of view. These are people who are afraid to offend somebody with their really strong political points of views. So they become independents. You independents out there, stop it. Join the game. Join the game. Either you're for America or you're not for America. Joe Biden wants to tear down our nation. You got his administration failing to condemn the threats of United States Supreme Court justices at their homes. Failure to condemn it. You got elected Democratic officials asking for violence on Supreme Court justices and their family members. You got the United States government basically protecting rioters who are trying their best to do damage to our Supreme Court justices with the intent of affecting their policies. Democrats have always done this, folks. Let's stop pretending they're the loyal opposition. They hate America. Now, name of my book, the Democrat Party hates America. And they call me names for bringing the obvious up. The obvious idea is that they do hate America. So if gas has gone up 25% because of the Russian invasion, it's gone up almost double because of the Biden invasion of America. The drug cartels, the oil cartels, and now you have the election cartels, electing this guy illegitimately. And I'm just telling you folks, it's time that we decide to at least believe this. You don't see Republican riots. Last time we saw a real Republican riot was a Civil War. Republicans rioted. See, so we don't burn down buildings. We don't firebomb offices. We don't attack you in the restaurants. We don't shoot you on baseball fields. We don't assassinate. No, we try to get along with you clowns. We try to compromise with you. We try to reason with you, to show you the errors of your ways. But folks, they're manipulating us right now. Pretty soon they're going to be saying gas has gone up and down since the invasion of Russia to Ukraine. They're going to change the scenario because we are so foolish. We follow the sounds. We don't only believe the science. We believe the press. If you believe the press, you are depressed. It's time for us to stop this, folks. If we don't stop it, they won't stop. And if they don't stop, we lose our nation. This is a call for our nation. So I'm asking all of you, stop it. Stop trying to get along with them. Stop trying to debate with them. They know the truth. Democrats know the truth. They're just pretending to be asleep. And the hardest thing in the world to do is to break somebody who's pretending to be asleep. We're going to win the next election. They're not going to cheat this time. They're going to wait. They know we're watching. They're hoping for the midterms, 2026. They think long term. We think very, very short term. They're going to lose the House, and they're going to lose the Senate probably, and they're going to lose the presidency the next election. They don't care. They just sit back, put the little things away on the shelf somewhere, They're gonna wait back until they get the House back, the midterms, and then win the presidency with some garbage, and then get back to doing what they're doing. We have to not just win the elections. The elections are irrelevant if you're not also going to put somebody in jail for stealing their last election. If you're not going to hold people accountable for what they're doing to us. If you're not going to bring the FBI agents on charge who knew what's going on with their voting fraud. If you're not going to do that, winning the elections is irrelevant. If you're going to still let them raise your children and teach your children, if you're going to still let TV tell your children that your voice is irrelevant, to hate your goals, you're going to still allow your kids to be subjected to thousands and thousands of images and promotional advice telling them to hate your moral values. It doesn't matter about the election, folks. This is not an election. This is insurrection, a real insurrection. Democrats will tell you what they're doing if you listen. God does not allow them to lie to you. God does not allow them to hide from you. They tell you what they're going to do based on what they tell you you are doing. They tell you what they are based on what they tell you you are. They call you racist because they're racist. They call you insurrectionists because they're insurrectionists. They call you what they are. Listen and pay attention to what they're doing. They're trying to hypnotize you because they hate goodness, they hate light, they hate righteousness, they hate prosperity, and they hate you. And they smile in your face and hustle you. If you put your kids in gang prep schools, and they tell them that your values are not right. They got your kids believing that a boy can have a baby. Lord have mercy. They got your children debating in their mind whether or not it's possible for your boy to have a period. That's a mental illness gone by abuse. That's abuse of your children. But to tell you to trust the teachers, they got credentials. They're certified. They got a degree from some socialist university. And right now we're too busy. Both parents are working now because we're evolving, and females have left the home. And you're not going to the school during the daytime and check. So they send your kids home with books because they don't want them to carry the books in big old heavy backpacks anymore. So they send your kids home with books, but they're separate books. They're not the same books they have in school. They're for you to read and be comfortable in. You're giving your children to child molesters to raise. You're giving your children to child molesters to babysit because they have good bedtime stories. So until we stop, it's not going to stop. Not going to change. We can win the election. Trump can win the landslide. We can control the House and Senate. But it's not going to work because they're going to intimidate these Republicans. Republicans have lost their salt. They've lost the urge to confront. They lost the urge to incite. They don't want to be impolite. They're throwing bricks at our heads. They're taking away our savings. They're taking away the control of our medicine, our medication. They're playing with our food supplies. They allow our military to be slaughtered. They're funding and arming our enemies in Afghanistan. Are we supposed to be polite? Republicans, stop it. Stop talking. Join groups like Lead the Plantation, my group, and let's get ready to fight back. Election season begins right now. Juneteenth begins. The first onslaught on our psyche is Juneteenth, when they celebrate the lie that black folks were in prison for 2.5 years and those mean Republicans didn't let them go free. What a lie. I've heard that. Let's celebrate the real Juneteenth. Republicans got tired of Democrat compromising. Republicans got tired of living in a nation where one person could hold another person in captivity and slavery. Republicans decided they've had enough of compromising with Democrats. And they went to war to end slavery, knowing they got nothing for it. The Republican North knew they got nothing by going to war with their brothers to free strangers. They didn't get any land, they didn't get any money, they didn't get more power, and when they won the war, they gave the government back to those clowns because they didn't want to be dictators. Learn, open your eyes up. So I'm done here. I'm getting ready to enjoy this Florida weather and enjoy my life. You're going to see me around. I'm traveling maybe in Jacksonville for Juneteenth. We don't know. Hope so. If not, I may be in Pomano again. I may do something here. There's 3 or 4 different things opening up. I can't be in different places at the same time. But you can always reach me at mason@leadtheplantation.org. You can find my books there. Leave the Plantation. It's okay to leave the plantation. Tribalism and Democrat Party hates America. Stay right or be left. Eternity, it's a long time to be wrong. God bless you guys.